How do I find the perfect home? I want it to be a great investment and I want to make sure it fits my lifestyle. You ever ask yourself that question? Then make sure you stay tuned to this episode of Prime Property. I promise you, it will be worth it. Good day, Toronto. Welcome to another episode of Prime Property TV. I'm so glad you could join us. It's been kind of a super crazy, hectic summer, as usual. A lot of get-togethers, shindigs, and parties. And I'm getting to that age in my life where I noticed that a lot of the parties seem to be starting earlier and ending earlier and earlier. Looking back in my early 20s, a party would start at 10 p.m. And if you showed up at 10 p.m., you were that schmuck because the party didn't start until 11:30. Now, a party typically starts at 2 or 3 p.m. And if you show up late, all the good food is gone. Woo! Oh, how things have changed. I guess that kind of comes with maturity. Well, in these mature parties, a lot of people are asking me about what is coming in the real estate market and what I've been thinking. And now I always say everyone in Toronto and GTA has an opinion on real estate. And I don't want to get into a debate about your uncle or cousin or a friend who's a real estate expert. But it always is a reminder for me that despite all the headlines that you've been reading about the real estate market in Toronto, the fundamentals have not changed. Population, transit, and safety are all still here, and income is still coming into the city. It's a growing city, so I usually tend not to freak out so much. So in this week's episode, I want to talk to you about finding a perfect home. In an ideal world, you want to buy the perfect home in the perfect neighborhood at a discount while the prices are going up, and it's a great investment for you and has all the bells and whistles you want. You know what? That sometimes exists. The unicorn is very hard to find, but most of the time I say don't hold your breath for that, okay? Because most of the time, a house like that will cost you money. A lot of the times I end up coaching my clients through a typical question. What is more important to you? Investment or lifestyle? You have to pick usually between one to two because one of them will be a bigger outlaying factor. When it comes to deciding on a house, you often have to figure out which one is important. Remember, figure out which one is important and then base your decisions on that. So usually the first question I always ask is, do you think your house will be the biggest investment and largest purchase of your life? Most people say, yeah, of course. That's always the drilled in answer and it's pretty automatic. But however, the second question I ask that's usually a little bit more thought provoking is, do you ever plan to leverage your house to invest? Whether this is investing in income properties, buying your kids a condo, or putting it in stocks, or whatever it is for investing. If your answer is yes, then you want to definitely be leaning towards the investing side because you're planning to leverage the money you have in it. However, if you answered no to that question, then you definitely be looking with a lifestyle in mind. How close you are to work, school district for the kids, neighborhood feel, and the amenities around you, and how you're going to find space for that built-in oven that you've always wanted. All those things are now in play now because you don't ever plan to use your house as leverage to buy other things. And as long as you buy something that's within reach that you can afford, you'll be paying down your mortgage anyways, and this will be your biggest purchase, which is your dream home. Now, the often in between I see is somebody who can't really afford the dream house right now or plans to have kids and needs more size in the future. So if you're in that boat, you definitely want to find a balance of the two, and we'll have to kind of talk to you to see which one makes a little bit more sense. In everyone's case, everybody is generally a little bit different, so I recommend you give me a call and I'm happy to point you in the right direction. Until next time, happy real estate investing. Thank you guys for watching. If you learned something, make sure you subscribe to Prime Property right here and click on the little bell so you'll be notified when you get more content pushed right to you. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below, or you can feel free to reach out to me. Contacts right here. And please remember, share this with your family and friends because like I always say, an educated consumer is the best consumer. I'll see you next time, Toronto. Comments, or sorry, hang on, I'll just keep it running. If you have any questions or simply have any answers, okay.